If you're being told that you're overqualified for jobs, this one's for you because as a 20-year career coaching veteran, I'm seeing three things that historically make you get labeled overqualified. So let's dive into it. And by the way, if this really makes sense to you at the end, stay tuned because I do have something special for you. So the first most common place I'll see it is on your resume. People will tend to put everything and the kitchen sink on the resume, and they also use a lot of subjective terminology to hype themselves. Especially, unfortunately, if you went and outsourced it to a resume writer. One of the biggest sins I'm seeing right now is people are paying ridiculous amounts of money to have their resume written by somebody else who then wants to make you feel good about yourself. But they're not putting it in the resume format that recruiters and hiring managers want to see. And when they overdo it, you look overqualified. So you really need to be wary of that because I'm seeing so many of these resumes right now that just make me cringe. They scream overqualified. Second is LinkedIn. A lot of people are getting a little too creative, I would say, with their LinkedIn profiles. They're not understanding that there's been massive algorithm changes to LinkedIn in the last 2 years, and they're doing some of the outdated stuff that maybe would have worked 3 or 5 years ago. Similar to the resume, they're putting too much on there. They're being very subjective. They're making all these claims about what they want. Remember, you want a job, but you need to sell yourself to them. So LinkedIn isn't where you sit and go into great detail about what you want because it actually makes it easier for them to skip over you. You have to have what we call a simplified, optimized profile right now so that the recruiter can skim it quickly and go, gee, this person looks like they have the skills, but let's call them to get more info. And then the third place I'm seeing it, unfortunately, it's happening in the interview. And I think this is the most crushing part. People go in and they try to sell themselves as the Jack or Jill of all trades. So they talk about everything they can do for the company, all the different things they've solved before. They go in with a lot of enthusiasm. Unfortunately, that combination is landing wrong. What it's doing is making you come across like, hey, I think I'm a BMW and you're getting me for the price of a Honda. And we would all be suspect if that was the case. And that's what happens on the other side. They're like, why is this person trying so hard and saying they can do all these different things? Also, and I've heard plenty of managers say that when someone comes in and does this, their fear is they're going to come in and annoy the rest of the team and act like a know it all. Or even worse, they're going to train them only for them to walk away and take a different job later on. So you've got to be careful about how you're presenting yourself. Just because you've this additional experience doesn't mean that you should be translating it that way. You should be thinking really carefully about how you're interacting in these interviews in order to, build up that partnership. I hope that made sense. If it did, I mentioned something special. You'll find a link down here over here. I am offering anybody that stays to the end of my videos a special discount to work with me and my team. And it also includes a 7-day free trial. I think there are a lot of job seekers out there right now that really just need to close their gaps in knowledge in what they're doing wrong. We weren't taught how to look for work in school. And as we get older and as we develop ourselves, what gets us there to that first job won't get us to the next job. So the job search strategy has to evolve as well. If that made sense to you, we'd love to work with you. I hope you check it out. Good luck. And I hope those tips really help you. You don't want to be overqualified in this market. You got to get it just right.